Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in. My name is David A. Kwa, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to talk about another music artist that I truly love, someone that was a huge part of my childhood. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about the princess of R&B, the queen of urban pop, the beautiful Aaliyah, everyone. So as you can see here, I have a pretty decent sized Aaliyah collection. I actually got a book back there, a few DVDs of her. That's actually a counterfeit copy of an actual autographed poster. I thought it would look good in the collection. A couple of her movies, and of course her studio albums, her main 3 studio albums, her CDs that were released during her life. There's actually more CDs released out there. There are like best ofs and compilation albums and stuff like that. I actually got pictures of it right here if you want to see it real quick. If you live in the UK, you're lucky enough to have the Ultimate Alia, which actually comes with a DVD. Now you can actually get it anywhere. You know, you can get it on eBay and stuff like that. Us in the US, when it first came out, I Care For You was the main compilation best of CD. I actually found an alternate cover that I never knew existed on the internet. So there's another one I found, I Care For You. Another CD that has a lot of her music in it was the Romeo Must Die CD soundtrack for the movie. It has like 3 or 4 songs of hers on a CD. I got the actual movie, of course, so that's to represent right there. But recently they released a movie. It was shown on Lifetime at first on TV, and then they released it on DVD. I never saw it when it was on TV. So when the DVD came out, I bought it right away. Okay, I want to give you my thoughts and my reviews in this video. Okay, so we're gonna do that towards the end of the video. I'm gonna tell you guys my thoughts on what I think of the movie. Okay, it's gonna be really interesting. So let's go ahead and go through everything I have here related to Aaliyah. Okay, let's talk about her CDs first. So here we got her 3 main studio albums. In 1994, she released Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. As you can see here, when she first came on the scene, people were having trouble pronouncing her name, if it would focus first at least, you know. Alia, okay, that's how you pronounce her name. And there she is on the front cover looking all tomboyish. It was produced by R. Kelly. And here on the CD, it's still wrapped up, by the way. I got this CD digitally, so I don't need to have the actual CD, but I want to have it in the collection at least, you know. So we got 12 main tracks, and then a 13th track. Okay, and then there she is looking all nice and tomboyish. So there it is. In 1996, we got 1 in a Million, and she is 1 in a million right away. She's got a legacy that will live on and on and on, okay. So there's the CD, pretty plain, not much going on back there. There's the back of the cover, and all the tracks that are on there, okay. I love the little booklet on here. Let's take a look at the little booklet that's inside the CD. Comes out like this, okay. And mainly it's like credits, who wrote the song, who produced it, you know, who mixed it and stuff like that, who edited the videos, the songs. But I like the picture. Look at the pictures. Okay, here's her on a motorcycle right there. Here's another one of her looking all pretty. On the other side, got another picture of her right there. You know, the cool thing about her is that even though she's very tomboyish, okay, she's dressed like in baggy clothes and stuff like that, it's still sexy, okay? She made it look good. So, there's another one. Have her CDs right there. And then we're going to talk about the last one in a sec. Here it is, her self-titled album, Aaliyah. Okay. There's the CD. And the very popular... I've seen this picture everywhere when I was a little kid, man. Everywhere I went, this poster was there. You know, got the sunglasses, the hair over her one eye, you know. Very popular picture of her. There's another nice picture of her behind the CD. Okay. See the back of her right there. Now the booklet is actually pretty cool, because it actually opens up to be a poster. A poster of her as a superhero. Look at that. She looks like either a spy or a superhero. Got the A in the middle on her belt right there, you know. I think she was a nerd. I mean, she did well in school and stuff like that. But I think she was like a huge comic book geek, maybe. Okay. Think of the movie roles that she accepted. Like, we'll talk about her movies right now. The 2 movies she was in was a martial arts movie with Jet Li. She was the queen of all vampires. She was a vampire in Queen of the Dam. And if she was still alive today, she would have had The Matrix as part of her resume in movies, you know? So she probably would have been going to Comic-Con, you know, signing autographs for fans and stuff like that. I can definitely see her do that. She's done like charity events and stuff like that in the past. She loves her fans, and very humble too. Romeo Must Die, starring Jet Li, kind of like a modern day Romeo and Juliet. There's a CD, the DVD right there. I love the scene index, by the way, the scene selections, because it actually tells you when a particular song is going to be played in the movie, okay? So it really don't matter right there. Try Again is played during the credits, of course. Really nice, okay? Now, if you have this DVD, do check out some of the special features. Actually, 3 of her music videos on here, plus, if you can see it, the making of Aaliyah's Try Again video. That's right. If you want to see some behind the scenes of her making a music video, actual footage of her with interviews and stuff like that, do check out that DVD special feature, okay? Queen of the Dam actually has something like that too. There's a DVD for that. You open it, and there she is with Robert Townsend. Was it? Yeah, Stuart Townsend. For some reason, I have a friend named Robert, so that's why I keep saying it. But there she is, looking all evil, which is like the complete opposite of who she really is. You know, she's really street but sweet, of course. Now on the back of the DVD, you can see right there, Aaliyah Remembered Featurette. If you don't have this DVD, check out this DVD featurette on in the special features section. They actually have interviews, behind the scenes, actual footage of her filming, and people like the movie came out after her death, okay, with a DVD, and it showed a little, you know, a lot of interviews with other people during the set, and how she was during the movie, during the filming and stuff like that. That was really interesting. Everyone agreed. She was a completely sweet girl. Here we have some other movies. We're going to talk about this in a sec, okay? Later on in the video. And this is the little cardboard slipcover that's on the outside of it. Now you're probably wondering, why do I have Dr. Dolittle and Anastasia here? She's not in the movie or anything like that. She actually did a music video for Dr. Dolittle. Okay, so that's why I have this DVD here. And Anastasia, if you remember, she sung one of the songs from the movie at the Oscars. One of the songs from the movie was actually nominated for an Oscar back in, I believe it was 1998. It was the 70th Oscars or something like that. She sang the movie at the Oscars that year. And I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe she was the youngest singer to ever perform at the Oscars. The youngest ever at the time. Okay, but we're not going to talk about the DVD of these movies, of course. But you can probably see that the footage of that performance, beautiful performance of the Oscars. Probably, you know, look it up on YouTube or something like that. Finally, we got the book from C.J. Farley. He was actually in the Hour documentary that was inside the DVD. More Than a Woman. It's from MTV Books. I didn't know MTV even made books. So in the middle right here are a bunch of pictures. I want to show you some of the pictures they have. So there's her looking all pretty. Striking a pose, it says. Here's her at the premiere, the red carpet premiere of Romeo Must Die. Very nice. Some photos of her in Queen of the Dam. Okay, as the queen of all vampires. Oh my gosh, this is very depressing right here. This is the picture of the plane crash. She died during a plane crash in 2001. There's a lot of controversy, a lot of speculations around the plane crash. But here we have pictures of the funeral, her family at the funeral, people, fans visiting the site. This is beautiful right here. This is from West Hollywood and Sunset Boulevard. People are signing this giant poster of her. So there's one dude signing the poster, okay? Up here we see R.I.P., Rest in Peace, Fly Away, it says right there. People signing all over this poster. So depressing, man. She was way too young. Way too young, man. So much potential, you know? A lot of opportunity for her. She had a lot of talent, for sure. I remember reading that she went to Catholic schools, and she was like surrounded by music. She was in the choir. Her uncle was actually a record producer. That's how she got into the business in the first place. You know, he worked with R. Kelly. And stars, like big mainstream artists today, you know, like Timbaland, Missy Elliott. They'd be nobodies today if it weren't for Aaliyah. Aaliyah believed in them and say, hey, I want to make an album with you guys, okay? And that's how Timbaland and Missy Elliott even made it in this business. They had no hits at the time. And it was because of Aaliyah that they are successful today. She was huge, man. The queen of urban pop, the princess of R&B. She was street but sweet, you know, everyone loved her. Oh my gosh, I even got a Tommy Hilfiger hat because she was like the spokesperson for Tommy Hilfiger. I'm wearing Tommy Hilfiger colors and stuff like that. So in the movie, okay, let's talk about the movie real quick. There's actually a, if you look here, there's a sticker here that says 1 hour documentary, 1 hour special, the headlines of Aaliyah, which deals with it's a documentary of the life and death of Aaliyah, okay? Has a lot of interviews of different people, family, friends, and stuff like that. Very interesting stuff. It's not 1 hour, by the way. It's like 40 minutes long. You know, it wasn't 1 hour when it was on TV. You know, it was they put it 1 hour here just to try to sell the DVD. But I didn't think the movie was that bad. Okay, let me just say that out front. I didn't think the movie was that bad. If you think about it as a TV movie, all right. If you compare it to Selena, if you compare it to that Ray Charles movie with Jamie Foxx, or that what was that one Tina Turner movie? The one that has Lawrence Fishburne was in it. I don't know what the name of it. It eludes me at the moment, but everyone knows what I'm talking about, right? He was in the Tina Turner movie with I don't know what it was called, but anyway, a lot of people, when this movie came out, okay, I read the reviews for it on IMDb, and I went to Google and YouTube, and people made videos about it. People hated this movie, man. People hated this movie so much they were painting it straight across the board, negative reviews everywhere. No one liked this movie. They blame horrible things on the acting, the casting, the script, the editing. Everything was so bad about it, okay? Now, first of all, before I get to the movie itself, I want to share with you the legacy of Aaliyah, okay? Unfortunately, she died at 22 years old, okay? Her first album came out when she was 15 years old. And over the years, she made 58 singles, okay? 58 singles. 58 songs were on the radio, okay? She had 24 music videos, and she won a lot of awards throughout her life, too. She won 4 American Music Awards, okay? She was nominated for a lot more than that, but she only won 4. 5 Grammy nominations, and 3 out of the 7 MTV Video Music Awards. I mean, that's a huge legacy right there in a very short time that she was alive, you know? And it was so unfortunate that she had to die in the plane that crashed that year in 2001. 2001 was a very depressing year. You know what I'm talking about, okay? 2001 was a pretty depressing year when it comes to like vehicle crashes in general. The same year, the Yellow Ranger, the Yellow Power Ranger, she died in a car crash. I don't have to mention 9/11. You know, everyone knows about that. So but let's go ahead and get into the movie, okay? So what did I think about it? Okay, everyone hated it. What did I think about it? Okay, a lot of people were comparing it to a lot of you know, huge mainstream movies. I didn't see it that way. I had to see it as a low budget movie on TV. Okay, I can't see it as some huge theatrical movie like the Tina Turner movie, the Selena movie, the Ray Charles movie. Although I'll be honest with you, Lifetime. That was weird, you know. I could have seen this movie on VH1, MTV, BET maybe, but on Lifetime, geez Louise. I mean, that MC Hammer movie, remember that one? Was it on VH1? They did it not bad, you know. But this movie, first of all, I can't blame Alexander Shipp, okay, the girl who played Aaliyah, because you know. She didn't cast herself. Other people cast her in the movie. They believed her to be a part, okay? Although I have to be honest, out of all the actors in the movie, she was the closest to the actual person, okay? From what I've read. Here's what I have to say, okay? She's going to be Storm in the next X-Men movie, by the way. In the next X-Men movie, she was going to be Storm, Alexander Shipp, okay? She's going to be Storm. But I thought she did really well. She's sweet. But when she's singing, she's kind of a little off-key a little bit, you know, compared to the actual songs. They actually use actual songs that's sung by Aaliyah, but it's not like her biggest hits or anything like that. I remember back in Selena, they were using the big hits at the time. But in this movie, they only shows like, you know, a few songs here and there. There's probably 3 or 4 performances. Like the Oscars one was actually in here. and stuff like that. What was that? When she was 10 years old, she was on some type of talent show, and they had that in here too. I'm glad that the Timbaland, the fact that she wanted Timbaland and Missy Elliott to be part of her album. That scene was in there, although they didn't develop that in any single way. But I enjoyed that they touch parts of her life, okay, but they didn't do it extremely well. It was extremely executed. I believe another hour of the movie would have been perfect, okay? If they add another hour, a few more of her songs in there, I think the movie would have been a lot better, a lot more character development and stuff like that. The movie went by way too fast. I had a problem with the pacing of the movie a little bit, because in the first 5 minutes, it probably jumped like 5 years of her life. In the first 5 minutes of the movie, they probably said 5 years, like she was grown. She was like 10 years old. The next scene, she was like 15. What the heck happened? Okay, so that was weird. The casting was a little weird also, because they didn't look like what they looked like back then. Okay, the actual people, like R. Kelly. Oh, by the way, they actually mentioned the whole R. Kelly. They actually said in the movie that they actually got married and stuff like that. I don't know if it was actually true in real life or whatever. I mean, in interviews and stuff like that, Aaliyah actually said, denied that there was a marriage between R. Kelly. But in the movie, they actually said that they did marry, okay? But it was kind of funny because they kiss in the first scene, and then on TV, it's supposed to have commercials, right? Maybe like 4 or 5 minutes of commercials, and then they come back, and then the dad's like, "What? You got married?" So when you're watching it without commercial, it's really weird. Okay, so it's like, it's like they kiss, and the next scene, like just a second later, you see her dad being like, "You got married? What?" So, what the heck? So the movie was made with commercials in mind. Let's just say that. Okay, it faded away and stuff like that in the movie also. Okay, but I thought it really touched. There was one scene that I really love, okay, and it really showed her personality and stuff like that, like the actual Aaliyah, okay. A lot of the people who act in this movie, they didn't like capture the essence of the actual characters. They didn't study enough. They didn't do enough research, okay. They didn't like get all the attitudes and the mannerisms of who they're supposed to be. It was a little off a little bit. I do agree with that. But one scene. R. Kelly was going to take Aaliyah out to any restaurant in the entire city, okay? Let's say you can eat anywhere, and Aaliyah chose this very small, I think it was a pizzeria or something like that in the movie. And I think that really shows how much a humble person that she was in real life, okay? And in real life, she was really humble. She wasn't like a big diva or anything. She was, she was the same person before and after her fame, okay? And I really enjoyed that they actually had a scene of that at least, even though they didn't bring it up again. Timbaland and Missy Elliott was only like one scene, and they never saw those two again. Here's how I would have ended the movie, okay? Because the movie ended with her kissing her boyfriend or whatever, and then getting in the car and leaving, and that's what's she never came back ever, as you know. They actually showed. I would have done like how Selena did it, with like a montage at the end. Don't show the actual plane crash, by God, don't do that. But actually show like clips of people crying and stuff like that. I would have to say there would be a funeral scene, all the fans marching. Remember that when you saw the news and stuff like that? There was a huge funeral march with the horse carriage and stuff like that. I would have shown that a little bit over her with music over all these scenes, and then at the end, show her picture. 1979 to 2001 or whatever it was that she was born, okay? And I think they would like show news clips or whatever. That would have been nice. Okay, the movie just faded away. She went on in the car. Some words show up on the screen and it was gone. The movie was over. The credits rolled, and I think it kind of left a not really good taste in my mouth, by the end of the movie. Okay, the movie, by the way, was produced by Wendy Williams. If you don't know Wendy Williams, she did talk shows, just like how Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah Winfrey, they have like their own talk shows. Wendy Williams has her own on BET. At least I knew her at the time when it was on BET at first, and I think she wanted to make this movie just to say that she did it, okay? Wendy Williams wanted to say, "Oh, I made the first Aaliyah movie," okay? So I feel like it was rushed. I feel like if they spent a little more time with the script and the editing and casting a little better, okay, spent a little more time with that, maybe make a movie probably like, even if it was a half hour longer, I think it would have been a lot nicer too. But I didn't think it was terrible. as a lot of people were saying. I like the fact that they... Here's the big thing. I like the fact they brought Aaliyah back into the mainstream, in mainstream audience today, okay? Because let's face it, I'll be honest with you, I haven't heard an Aaliyah song in years, alright, until this movie came out. And then I started popping her CDs back in, I started researching her life, making this video. Like, thank you for bringing back Aaliyah, okay? Because, I'll be honest with you, I was talking to some of my fans, my viewers, on YouTube. You know, people will start commenting and stuff like that. And they're very young people. I talk about toys and video games on my YouTube channel. You know, I talk about nerdy stuff, superheroes, comic books, and most of the people who watch my videos are young kids and stuff like that, and they don't know who Aaliyah is. And thank God they made this movie, because now everyone knows who Aaliyah is now, you know. Actually, you know a little bit of her backstory, you know, have some idea. They watched the movie, and now they research it a little more. Oh, that's how it really was. Or these are pictures of her in actual life and stuff like that. That's where her song really sounds like, you know. You're watching music videos and interviews on YouTube and stuff like that. Because the younger generation, they didn't experience Aaliyah, you know, and I was a teenager at the time, and she was like the hottest thing on MTV, so of course I loved her at the time, you know, but yeah, so that's all I really have to say about Aaliyah. What's your favorite song by Aaliyah? Okay, comment below, let me know. If you haven't checked out some of her songs, One in a Million is really good, Try Again's really catchy. And that's all I really have to say about Aaliyah, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. And rate, favorite, subscribe. I'll make more videos about music artists in the future. If you haven't seen it already, I did one on Avril Lavigne, Anna Alec. I did one on Nicki Minaj. I did one on Nelly Furtado, Christina Perry. I got a lot more, okay? I got a lot more coming. Pink was a very recent one I just did. So anyway, thank you for watching, people. Rate, favorite, and subscribe. I'll talk guys later. Bye.